Yes, definitely we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. We give thanks for all good things around us are definitely sent from Zion above. So we praise for his divine love, for his divine protection and his guidance. Definitely as we are here with you live from Calabash television right there in the Calabash studios, beaming live also on the internet and live in St. Lucia specifically. So we give thanks for all those of you who have been actually following us, and we have just been on a book tour in the Bahamas where we had a wonderful time lecturing and to adults and to children, and it was very inspiring, also to be able to see ourselves of such value, and to people of the world. Sometimes when you stay around in your own country too long, because I had been in St. Lucia for a little while and I had not traveled and on in lectures. When I say a little while, maybe about 2 months, because our normal schedule is a very hectic schedule. Normally we travel at least every month. We different country doing the works, fulfilling the ministry of the great physician international. So we give thanks again for all those of you who who have been watching us over the years, all those of you who have actually learned enough to uplift yourselves and to see how it is that you could actually naturally eradicate whatever condition it is that you are suffering from. And right now in St. Lucia, our state of affairs when it comes to the conditions of our healthcare infrastructure, in Castries, we have a huge hospital that they really cannot open yet because it costs so much to actually run that hospital. And in Viewfort now you have another hospital that is 1/4 or half or 3/4 built that they cannot complete up to now, and it is a way how it is right now that our infrastructure when it comes to our health, it's in a deplorable condition. And yet still, people don't strike about these things. People don't protest about it. People just be by the roundabout protesting about all type of environmental development. If it is that you're going to kill a turtle, or you're going to kill a tuna, or you're going to kill a dolphin, or you're going to kill an ant, or even a stray dog, people complain about these things. But when it comes to the whole aspect of our health care, exactly the state that we are in when it comes to our health care, we've been down south, we've been in a stadium for years, just now it will be a decade, that we are in a stadium because the hospital was burnt down. A stadium, a place designed for sports, is the place that our healthcare center for the people down south is, and you expect, results. You cannot get results in such conditions. Not at all. You really cannot get any results in such conditions. How can you have a football field and a cricket field and an athletic center, and then you turn it into a hospital and expect your nurses and your doctors to be comfortable and expect the patients would be comfortable? It's a terrible state of affairs, And we have this huge hospital that they've built in Castries there, and they say that they don't have enough money to actually run it. So it is just they're closed down, and people still in the old Victoria Hospital, and you have so many inadequacies, It is our health situation is in a deplorable state, And what I'm saying is this: what is it that we as a people, what are we protesting? What are we saying? What are we doing? We're just there. We don't really sit down and say, well, what's going on if our healthcare center? No. If they say that they're going to build a bridge to go to Mariah Islet, everybody striking. People protesting. Oh, Mariah Islet is so important. What about our human resource? What about our the part of the environment called the human being. You know, why is it that what is happening to them in terms of diabetes, hypertension, cancer, all these NCNDs, non-communicable chronic illnesses, why is it that all these things happening to our people? Why is it that, right, that no one strikes about it? No one complains about it. You know, so we are in a situation where the health of the country is in dire straits. You know, it's you know, people dropping dead all the time in the hospitals. You know, and then, you know, people, you know, losing legs and losing arms and losing all type of things. You know, and you know, we hardly have enough gloves in some of these hospitals. You know, and this is supposed to be our health care. This is what's supposed to guarantee that our children can be comfortable. Our children, you know, our children can be comfortable. This is supposed to guarantee that our elders are taken care of. You know, the sick nourished. You know, the sick people supposed to be nourished. The aged supposed to be protected. The infants supposed to be cared for. So when we are in a system whereby our second or tertiary health system, you know, that sophisticated hospital setting and all these things there, one cannot function and the other one is put down and has been in repair for the past 8 years. You understand? What kind of health do you expect the people to have? You know? So we build in police station and we build big prison and all them things, they are able to be maintained. Yeah, but yet still the health care of our people take, you know, the back seat. You know, and then the people themselves, they don't protest about it. They're very comfortable. You know, it makes you think whether they like the situation that they are in. You know, and all kind of complaints here from people who go to the hospital and this happens, that happens, you know, but yet still no one actually really complains about it to say, well, say something about it, you know, match about it, protest about it. No. So we as a people really need to check for ourselves. We really need to see whether the healthcare system that we have is really a healthcare system that is good for us. You know, because more people nowadays are dying from cancer than any time before. We have more diabetics than any time before. You have more fibroids than any time before. All the diseases now have actually doubled and tripled and quadrupled. You know? So, what is it that we as a people, what are we going to do about it? How is it that we're going to help our country get better? You know, when the hospitals, all the hospitals in the country, some kind of thing wrong with them. You know, so if your hospitals are not functional, how you expect, you know, your system supposed to be functional? So you could see that the health of the people, the well-being of the people, right, is of nil significance. You know? So if it was of significance, something would have been done to ensure that either one of these hospitals are functioning. So even if we decide not to really go and build up, right, the Fuford Hospital, and we say, well, we're going to have one grand hospital up north, right? Then what we do, you just upscale, because remember, you know, you have, okay, they call it wellness center because they heard us talk about wellness some time ago, but they don't really know what wellness is really about. All right, so you have these health centers called wellness centers in every single community. So you have one in Sozel, you have one in Labrie, you have one in Viewfort, you have one in Meekwood, one in Denry, and all these different types of places there. Why don't we focus more attention on these small entities, the so-called primary healthcare institutions? That's the institutions with the first contact with the people. So if it is that you could solve the majority of the issues, the health challenges of our people in the health center, that means that the hospitals would need less attention and be less congested. So if somebody have a headache or they had a minor accident where they need some stitches, right, they could easily go to a health center and get that. Right? Now, if it's the point where they need some complicated surgeries or some different type of things, then, you know, your diabetics will get the checkup, hypertensives, all minor little things. And some of these health centers, some of them even used to offer dental clinic. It'd be very important that we focus and we spend a lot more time on primary health care. How do we prevent the diseases? Education in the schools, in the workplace. When we really begin to embrace these type of aspects of our healthcare system, primary healthcare. You have a headache and boop, you run to the hospital. You stay there so long, by the time you check yourself, the headache gone. Right? You're barely eating, you go to the hospital. You wait 2 to 3 hours there, emergency 4 or 5 hours. Next morning you come out with a bag of pills and then the belly is gone. It's very important that we improve the functionality of all these health centers in the country. Important. If it is that we make them more functional, then our higher institutions would definitely be less congested. If our country is suffering from diabetes, why don't you have classes, cooking classes being offered within the health centers in every community? Workshops, care shops, seminars, organized to uplift the people's understanding of the conditions. Nothing happens. People who just waiting until people get sick. If it is that you're going to build a 1,000-room hospital and you're going to build all bigger hospitals, it only means that you're expecting a large number of sick people. Large numbers. So you have the hospital already because you're expecting large numbers of sick people to come in. Our people are in a poor state of wellness. And then no one sees healthcare as important as the beaches and the toilet and all the turtles and the iguanas and all them things there. People get charged if they kill an iguana. The man is becoming an endangered species. Yeah, man, the man and woman are becoming endangered species. Just now, through the way that we live and we you know, we interact with nature. The man will have to actually provide most of his foods. Because we are not gracious. We offer no gratitude. Everything that we have to do is something that it has to be difficult. So we have people falling and dying like cockroaches. No one cares. People look here. People don't even die like flies again. They die like cockroach, man. They get squashed up, mashed up, all type of thing, man. And no one asks themselves the question, is the healthcare system that we are purporting to be the best healthcare system, is that really the best healthcare system? So if it is that you have a healthcare system that provides for they call it the Allied Council, alternative medicine, you have a council under the Ministry of Health that deals primarily with, you know, we have to check ourselves as a people, man. It is just disgusting to see that the amount of suffering, death, and unnecessary, just death, unnecessary deaths and things. I mean, come on. If you have a hospital and you have health centers, right? And your health centers are, you know, doing, you know, because I remember at a point in time when nurses used to be passing throughout all the communities, going up and down and passing through all the communities and coming, knock on your door and make sure that ting, all type, you know, come and check your pressure. And I remember when nurses used to be passing all around the communities, where the nursing department was very vibrant, where people used to go first to the health center before they go to the hospital. Doctors used to come down to the health centers whatever days for checkups, and used to have checkup for babies and all these different types of things. So why don't we empower these health centers, empower them, build them up, decentralize the healthcare, so at least more people could have that direct access to primary healthcare. And then you have a strong educational link, whereby the same nurses and doctors and dietitians and all them nutritionists and all these people within the Ministry of Health, you begin to put them to work within the communities. That's the only way that we could make it. Everyone has to understand. Every single person has to understand the value, how they can contribute to a better country. If you don't understand your value and how you could contribute to us as a country, you're wasting time. As a people, we really need to, you know, step up. We need to you know, check ourselves and understand the state that we are in, our healthcare system is in. And people need to begin to protest about it. Ask questions about it. What are you waiting to happen? You are in one big hospital called Victoria Hospital, which is like a temporary hospital, because everyone expecting to move to the new hospital at any time. Then you have one in a stadium. We need to do better for our people as a country. People need to stop accepting that kind of mediocrity. You understand? If it is that the building mash up, and we agree that we need a new one, then we go and we build a new one. But that thing of every 5 years a new set of politicians come in, and as they come in they just change the plan. So you have no continuity. You have no fluency. You understand? In any governmental policy. So these 5 years was UWP. When they come out, SLP, change everything, fire everybody, and start all over again. How we expect our country to prosper? Right? How we expect that? We're wasting time, man. We're supposed to develop a 100-year plan policy. At least we start from a 50-year, even a 25-year, 5-year election term. 50 years. So we say, well, that is where we want to be in 50 years. And every citizen agree to it. And no matter what political party that comes in, when they come in, they're supposed to assist us as a nation to reach in that particular position in 50 years. You don't come and spend 5 years, and as you gone and as you come into power, you fire everyone and take your fresh nip. Nah, man. How anything is going to continue? We really need to check it out, because as far as I see it as a people, I don't see things looking good for us, you know, and we have to stand up as a people. We have to demand better. You know, you have to want better for yourself and for your children. Why are you going to accept that? Right? That when our politicians get sick, they don't go into our hospitals. They fly away. All the politicians. The minute they fall sick, they're gone. Avion. Cuba. Some of them still die when they go for that. We cannot operate like that. None. If you believe that you could be the prime minister of the country, then you must sign a document that states that whenever you fall sick, you have to go to St. Jude's of Victoria Hospital. If you want to be the Minister of Health, when you fall sick, you have to go to Victoria Hospital or St. Jude's. No Cuba for you. No Miami. No New York. No England, no Colombia. St. Jude's or Victoria. When we can do that, we can ensure that our politicians, they are honest and they are straight. Because if you know when you fall sick, you're going to go in that same hospital. You know how the people are afraid of Victoria and St. Jude's? If you have to make sure that when your politicians fall sick, that's where they have to go, then definitely I am confident that Mr. Shastney would have done something good with the hospital. Miss Mary Isaac should have been encouraging. Oh, Mr. Guy Joseph would have, oh yeah, man. Mr. King, oh yeah, oh, all right. And all the rest of them. They would have been encouraging whoever responsible to pump in money in this. Because when we fall sick, we have to go there. When they fall sick, they go on a plane, they fly to Cuba. They go to Miami, they go to Colombia, you don't even know. And you now, little you now that vote for them in power. With all the big talky and bright ideas. You have to go in the Victoria and in the stadium. But they are away in Texas. Cuba. This needs to stop. The politicians, if you all believe that you should be elected, you have to sign that policy and say, well, look, when I get sick, anything that happens to me, I'm going to Victoria Hospital, or I'm going to St. Jude's, or I'm going, yeah, no, not even Tapion you can go to, because that's a private hospital. So you must use what you give to the people. You cannot give one thing to the people and then you use something else. No, man. That's bad. It's like you telling me, well, look, I cook some food there, man. Eat it, man. It's good for you. Oh, got some sap, mama, is up, mama, why got some, right? And then go, oh, God, no, me bude, ma play pièce. So my hair, bo. Left you pa my hair. So you so good a minister of health, a prime minister, yet still when you fall sick, you have to go to a different country? No, man. You must go to the Victoria and the St. Jude's. Ou kay wè manye you ka ranger St. Jude's la vite, hein? Parce que you pa vle mort. If people really want to see change within the country, they know what they have to do. You have to change the consciousness of the people. And you must start from the top. Yeah, man, LFA. You have to start from the top, man. The leaders must check themselves. They must sign policies, papers. What my people eat, I eat that. What they drink, I drink that. I poop where they poop. I pee where they pee. Unless they can do that, then you'll be like a lamb to the slaughter, dying of diabetes and cancer and high blood pressure and all them type of things there. So let us, the people, make the politicians work. Let's watch them. If they try and travel for any medical purposes, right? Any medical purposes they travel for, whatsoever it is, we have to know about it. Go to Victoria or go to St. Jude's Hospital. That way, they will ensure that, look, that the healthcare system is proper. If we don't do that to them, man, them man don't care about nobody but themselves, man. They have to be held accountable. You know, so I'm saying, look, my people, the healthcare in the country is horrible. we might say that we have 52 deaths through violence, but I'm sure we have double that in cancer already. So let us urge our leaders to utilize the same healthcare system as us. So when we go to the hospitals, you're supposed to see them there next to you. So at least they could go through the process. So they could create a process where they and their family would feel comfortable going through. That's what I'm saying, my people, you know. We're due for an intercession right now, you know. I'm going to just take a little intercession. You know, and when we come again, we're going to open up the lines and have some discussion about our healthcare system, because it is in a bad state and no one is saying anything about it, man. Everyone just playing like they're deaf and dumb and they're blind. Not me. So, give thanks. When we come again, the lines will be open. Blessed.
Why is the e-fuel card becoming so popular?
The e-fuel card is becoming very popular because it's the cheapest way of buying fuel. Users of the e-fuel card at this Ruby station on Lance Road and the Salt Service station on Manuel Street will get back 30 cents on every gallon of fuel purchased, and that can be used towards any subsequent purchase of fuel.
How do you get money on the card?
It's as simple as using your card to purchase fuel. You hand over the amount of money you desire to put on the card and the card to the cashier, and the card is topped up accordingly. All of this happens in a matter of seconds. The fuel card can only be used for the purchase of fuel. Initially, the cards are given for free. However, any replacement of the card will cost the consumer $20. The e-fuel card can be obtained at the Ruby service station on Lance Road, the Salt service station on Manuel Street, the Uranora service station in Viewfort, and Jamari & Sons offices on Lance Road.
Casabella, we know how to split in the middle, and we're doing it this year with a store-wide sale of 40 to 50% off. Choose from a wide selection of comforters and bed sheets, 50% off. Kitchen mats, 50% off. Towels and stainless steel pots and pans, 40% off. And the best quality rugs you'll find in stores at 50% off. It's the craziest pre-Christmas sale that you've been waiting for. Shop now and save 40 to 50% off on all your favorite housewares. Offer ends till stocks last. Casabella, a store created with you in mind, exclusively at Baywalk. Sale starts Thursday, October 26th.
This Christmas will be your best ever with fixed, hassle-free 24-hour approval of loans at relatively low interest rates. Get your new furniture and appliances, quick home repairs, and gift purchases. All customers who participate in our Christmas promo qualify for a chance to win in our year-end draw. First prize, 1-core i5 laptop with all the bells and whistles. Second prize, 1-core i3 laptop. And third prize, 1 iPad. Call or visit us at number 15 Bridge Street, Castries, telephone 458-8700, or Providence Commercial Building, Rodney Bay, telephone 458-8740. Offer ends December 31st. Fix, a company you can trust.
Mango plus clothing plus sale equals what? Answer: 50% off. Shop at Mango and save up to 50% off. Ladies casual tops were $30, now $15. Working tops, long and short sleeves, ladies jeans, working skirts, and more. Remember, it's all going at 50% off and more. For the men, plaid shorts were $45, now $22.50. Men's hoodies, 3/4 jeans, long skinny jeans, and plaid shirts were $35, now $17.50. It's all going down at Mango Sportswear on Miku Street, Castries. 50% off and more now until stocks last.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice every day. Whoa, Fruta.
My name is Matthew Anderson, and I'm part owner of an amazing tea company called the Enchanted Kettle, where we make 100% authentic St. Lucian teas. We are located in Rodney Bay in Ridgely Park. That's where we have our processing plant and everything. We buy from the farmers, fair trade. We source the best herbs. We go out, we look at the farms, and we make sure that these farms are grown in such a way that there is no pesticides, leakage, and so on. And we take them in, we process it through a natural means. We wash them, and we sort out the best leaves. We do a natural drying process, and from that we go to the grind. We make sure we grind down to 60 to 70 granules, and we store it, and then we take it down further when we're ready to bag it. We see the tea all the way through from the start, from the time we receive the herbs, all the way to the finish. We do not have any kind of conveyor belt mechanisms. Everything is done in right step-by-step, semi-automatic machines. So we make sure we get a good product from start to end. We can see the product, we handle it. The boxes, all our products are 100% from white stock. We print. We use a tapestry of paintings, which we commission ourselves. They're acrylic paintings, and we transfer them to the box. The reason for that, we're saying that tea is art, and art is tea.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
What are y'all doing out there? Y'all playing the fool, not football. Justin, what are you thinking passing the ball to Kelly? I don't even know why you on the team. That's the worst team I've ever coached. Get out of my sight.
Carl, that was wrong. Those players don't deserve that, especially Kelly. What you say to them on this field can affect them for life.
Okay, I get it. Alright? I get the point.
Words don't break bones, but they can damage lives.
Come on! Yeah, that's it. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Together, let's end emotional abuse, on or off the field. If you hear something, say something.
Good game, guys. Sorry I shouted during the break. I was wrong.
A message from UNICEF and the OECS.
Yes, definitely we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. We give thanks for all good things around us as sent from Zion above. So we praise for all his love. Definitely, as you know, we've been saying, because we do understand the significance of good leadership, and having the most crucial aspect of our existence is our life. That's the greatest gift that one could actually receive, the gift of life. When you have that gift of life, that means that you have an opportunity to make any second better. I mean, if you're dead, you're gone. You're cold. You're frozen. You've lost that capacity to respond. When you're alive, that means that no matter what happened yesterday or a minute ago, because you could have been the worst person yesterday, and tomorrow you could be a hero. So there is no better time like now, the present. So if it is that we've lost that appreciation for life, if we have lost that appreciation for our own lives and the life of others, I mean, what society are we living in? What do we expect our children to grow into? Monsters, Frankenstein, and brainless, and feelingless, and emotionless, and hands on the trigger, and kill one another, and stab, and rape, and steal, and because we've lost that appreciation for life. And then we blame the children. Oh, the place is so violent. The children today are so The children are a reflection of the society. The children are a product of the parent. And the parent are a product of their parents. So when we point blame, or we look at responsibility, you cannot blame the disease. Blame diabetes. No, you can't blame diabetes. You have to blame the lifestyle that leads to diabetes. So we have lost that love for life, and to such an extent that our healthcare centers are all but non-existent. They're not there. You cannot tell me that 8 years ago a fire burned down a hospital, and up to a day like today you have people in a stadium. 8 years ago, and then you've built so many fire stations. I'm not saying the fire station is not good, but so many police stations. I'm not saying it's not good, but so many bridges you've built, 11 million. So I personally would have taken care of the healthcare center because it guarantees life. You know, so we've lost that appreciation for life. Our elders, you know, in the hospitals falling down, busting their heads, and nobody really care. I mean, come on, man. Come on. When are we going to be more responsible? When are we going to hold our leaders responsible? I say that no leader of St. Lucia should leave St. Lucia and seek health care in Martinique or England or Miami or Cuba. When we as a people have to go to the same hospitals. No. If it's not good enough for the leaders, then the policy should be that when anyone falls sick in St. Lucia, they should fly to Martinique or Miami or wherever, Cuba. You want to have people in a rotting stadium. When rain falls, the whole place gets wet. Not enough gloves, all type of situations the doctors and nurses have to work under. And then you want to play like you some big, with your fancy suit, shiny shoes, and you walking around the place like you're the best thing that happened before perfume. I was perfume does, it just covers up whatever other odor is there, you know. So we need to get more realistic, you know, and see exactly what is it that can be done to uplift our people. How is it that we're going to begin to incorporate what our ancestors did 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago? Now, the same people that fly to Cuba and Miami and Florida and even Japan, some of them go to. Same people. It's the same set of people that will come and say, well, herb's not good. Oh, this herb thing. How you know how much dose? I'll think, stop the herbs and think. Go to the hospitals. These same people who force people. I know people that I have personally treated who had bad cases of prostatic, you know, maybe inflammation, prostatitis, or maybe they have enlargement of the prostate. The PSAs were sky high. I know plenty people who were diabetic and we have reversed it. And they say they go to the doctor and the doctor asks them, what did you do? Your blood sugar is so good. They zip their mouth. They say, oh, priest, I never tell them, you know. I never tell them his herbs I use. So, there is such a stigma to using herbs and food to eradicate diseases that a patient who have been healed from a condition does not feel comfortable to share that healing with his physician or his doctor because of the stigma attached to herbs. So then, if it is that the care, if it is that the purpose of our healthcare practitioners was to guarantee the well-being of the patient, if the patient was at the forefront of the agenda, then If one person have gotten better by maybe drinking some vervine tea or chewing on some neem leaves, whatever it is that you might have done that gave you that relief from the headache or the toothache or the high blood pressure, your doctor's supposed to be happy about that. Oh, good, John. That's excellent. You gotta bring some for me. Let me see how it works on these other people who've been suffering for how many years. Nah, man. They will never say that. Right? You've been diagnosed with diabetes and you are told that you have to be on medication for the rest of your life. And then you still die from diabetes. You hypertensive. You told that you have to be on pressure tablets for the rest of your life. And you still die from a stroke. So, we have moved away from life so much that we treat our cars better. So, you never go to a mechanic and your car has a problem. And you go to the mechanic, the mechanic tell you, oh, your car have a little problem there, you know, brother. What you have to do, you have to put a quart of oil in your vehicle every day for the rest of the life of your vehicle. So every day you have to buy a quart of oil to pour in. Because you have a little leak someplace, some seal, some rubber, something is not good, and what the mechanic is telling you that you have to put oil every day. You'd never accept that. Never. But you'd accept that you have a little leak and you have to be taking drugs every single day than actually fixing up that leak and rectifying your system. And then you blow off your engine down the line. Because all you're doing, you are just masking your symptoms instead of going to your lifestyle. If diabetes is a non-communicable chronic illness, high blood pressure is a non-communicable chronic illness, cancer is a non-communicable chronic illness, at least most of them, they are referred to as lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle diseases. So isn't it obvious that if you are suffering from a lifestyle disease, what would be your first step in addressing that disease? I'm asking you. If you have diabetes and it's called a lifestyle disease, what is the first step in addressing that disease? The first step is what? Addressing your lifestyle. So a simple lifestyle, because come on, man, it's a lifestyle disease. It's not a disease you get by rubbing on someone or because someone sneezes in your face. It's a disease caused by your lifestyle. So it's very important, you know, that we need to take responsibility. We need to stand firm and resolute. If it is that we're going to get any better in this thing, then, man. Because for me personally, high blood pressure is one of the easiest things to reverse. High blood sugar levels is one of the most easiest things to actually rectify. People have come to us on wheelchair. They fly in on wheelchair. Some of them, they are so sick that we have to go and get them wherever they are and feed them and bring them in. And they leave. When they leave St. Lucia, they leave running. Who made us believe that a hospital is supposed to be as it is today? Why can't a rejuvenation center, a hospital be someplace in the forest with birds and trees and bees and fresh flowing water and fresh fruits? And we need to change our perception of life. We need to become more responsible. You know, and if we don't do that, then what are we leaving for our children? Presently, you know, we are seeing, I just came out of the Bahamas, and right now they have a serious problem of childhood obesity. And while up there, I spoke in a couple of schools because I was invited to speak to a couple of schools, the 200-300 students at a time, because of the whole problem of obesity. And it was interesting to see that, well, these people there, they are where we were before, when we were so ignorant. Right now, the amount of knowledge that we have gathered in St. Lucia, and yet still, people don't really want to implement that knowledge to uplift themselves. Everyone is looking for a shortcut. Everyone is trying to actually get it the fast way, than the easiest way. The most logical way would be, if you have cancer today, brother, the only reason you have cancer today is because of the way you've been living your life the past 10, 15 years. And always remember that the cancer didn't start when you knew you had cancer. The lump have been there for over 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So it's not because a doctor says you have cancer today that all of a sudden you cannot eat anything and you start to get skinny and boy, you're worrying on you and you're afraid. Remember, you had cancer 5 years ago, It's just that it was so small you couldn't feel the lump. But now that you can feel the lump and the doctor say you have cancer, it's all done. It's all done. You cry, you can't eat, and then you decide to go and take chemo. And when the nurse come and administer the chemo, the nurse comes with double gloves, goggles, things to cover her head. I mean, if you ever go to a hospital and you ask them, what's the procedure for a cytotoxic spill? When that drug that they inject into the veins and the arteries of a cancer patient called the chemotherapy, if that drug were to fall on the floor in the hospital, people running. There is a protocol to deal with that. Double gloves, mask on the face, goggles, cover the head, big protective overalls, special mops. Signs, cytotoxic spill, be careful. Yet still someone has cancer, you're going to inject this deadly chemical into their bloodstream. It's a wickedness. It's a wickedness, man. That's because no one wants to take responsibility for their actions. Everyone just wants to, jump along and think, and they have a tumor, boop, they go and cut it out when that tumor have been growing for 10 years. Why don't eat it out? Why don't change your lifestyle? Why don't exercise, meditate, relax, stop stressing, drink some green teas, blend some green leaves and make some green juice, drink some sea moss, take some sulfur spring baths, some sea bath, spring bath, river bath. People don't want to do them things there. Takes too much time. I'm too busy. Priest. Priest, I don't have time. So much things I have to do. Yeah, I mean, you're dying, and you've been so busy, and your pressure is 200 and something over 120. And Priest, I'm busy. I have this house building them, and I want to finish it before I stop and take a time out. When you stop permanently. That's why most times our physical structure literally have to put us on our backs in the hospital. They call it a stroke or they call it a heart attack sometimes. But sometimes you've overworked yourself so much. You've eaten so badly. You've stressed so much that your body needs a break. And you're not hearing. Your heart start to beat much faster. Your head start to hurt. You don't stop. You take a pill and thing. You start to pee every 5 minutes. You don't stop. You go and you drink something. And all the signs of deterioration is there. You never stop. You know when you stop? When you stop is when you stop. When you just can't move and your mouth goes on the side and you're trying to speak and your tongue feels heavy. And you're forced to stop. And you come to, boy, Priest Kailash, I'll do anything, you know, man. I'll eat anything, and all the time you don't want to stop and do anything. But all of a sudden now, you have cancer. The same thing that you refuse to eat, you want to eat it now. Right now you want to exercise. Right now you want to do everything. Nah, man. You don't have to wait until you get sick to want to save yourself. Your lifestyle is the biggest contributing factor to disease. And there is no disease that cannot be healed. Every single disease can be healed. Every single one. Let's change our focus, because tonight I'm not really talking about any herb or drink this or drink that. I'm talking about, look, our country is in a deplorable state as a consequence of our society. A lot of women are getting raped and killed. Well, we just had one in Labrie again. A murder of 3. You know? How is it that these things manifest themselves within our society? It's easy to blame the rapist. But the rapist himself is a victim. You never know, he was raped when he was a child or some type of thing. You never know what happened in the society, because our society is so messed up. All we do, we try just to blame the person, but we don't really analyze exactly what is happening within the society. You know, so I'm urging you, you know, take a time out. Take a time out and look into yourself and take responsibility for your actions. You know, because we tend to just blame everything else but ourselves and take responsibility. The first person to look at is yourself. That's the only variable you could change. You as the constant. You really cannot change anything else. All you could do is change how you respond to everything else. So no matter what the situation is, you are the key to make it different. It's you. It's how you respond to it. So tonight specifically, I'm going to open up the lines after that intercession, and you're free to call and make your own contribution. Not about what you should drink if your head is hurting you, but about our present predicament in the healthcare of our people, and how it is that we're going to move forward and create a 100-year plan, a 50-year plan, that we could begin to address our present predicament. Not that you put a policy for these 5 years and when another prime minister comes, he change everything and make it a political issue. But look at it from a people perspective, for the betterment of the nation. So at least you could have a 100-year plan, and whoever comes in as a political party, they have no choice but to follow such policies. I'm talking about health and economics and everything, for the upliftment of our people. Don't only begin to protest when they kill an iguana or they destroying a mangrove or something. Oh, but they destroying the mangrove. Yeah. Today, I'm sure at least 10 people died in the hospital. Who's protesting? When someone dies from violent crime, from a gunshot, it's on the news. But I'm sure 10 times as many people died as a result of diabetes and hypertension and heart disease. So what makes the death of the one by the gunshot worse than the one that's died through a preventable cause, a lifestyle disease? It's still the same death. So why don't we begin to publish the number of people who die from non-communicable chronic illnesses? What are we going to do about it? Sit down and laugh and allow our politicians to fly away on helicopters and plane when they're sick, and then the poor people have to stay there in the hellhole and go through the medical system that the people who created it are afraid of it. We need to change that. We are due for an intercession. When you come again, definitely, the lines will be open and you could give us a call. Blessed love.
Why is the e-fuel card becoming so popular?
The e-fuel card is becoming very popular because it's the cheapest way of buying fuel. Users of the e-fuel card at this Ruby station on Lance Road and the Salt Service station on Manuel Street will get back 30 cents on every gallon of fuel purchase, and that can be used towards any subsequent purchase of fuel.
How do you get money on the card?
It's as simple as using your card to purchase fuel. You hand over the amount of money you desire to put on the card and the card to the cashier, and the card is topped up accordingly. All of this happens in a matter of seconds. The fuel card can only be used for the purchase of fuel. Initially, the cards are given for free. However, any replacement of the card will cost the consumer $20. The e-fuel card can be obtained at the Aruba service station on Lance Road, the Salt service station on Manuel Street, the Uranora service station in Viewfort, and Jamari & Sons offices on Lance Road.
Casabella, we know how to split in the middle, and we're doing it this year with a store-wide sale of 40 to 50% off. Choose from a wide selection of comforters and bedsheets, 50% off. Kitchen mats, 50% off. Towels and stainless steel pots and pans, 40% off. And the best quality rugs you'll find in stores at 50% off. It's the craziest pre-Christmas sale that you've been waiting for. Shop now and save 40 to 50% off on all your favorite housewares. Offer ends till stocks last. Casabella, a store created with you in mind, exclusively at Baywalk. Sale starts Thursday, October 26th.
This Christmas will be your best ever with fixed, hassle-free 24-hour approval of loans at relatively low interest rates. Get your new furniture and appliances, quick home repairs, and gift purchases. All customers who participate in our Christmas promo qualify for a chance to win in our year-end draw. First prize, 1-core i5 laptop with all the bells and whistles. Second prize, 1-core i3 laptop. And third prize, 1 iPad. Call or visit us at number 15 Bridge Street, Castries, telephone 458-8700, or Providence Commercial Building, Rodney Bay, telephone 458-8740. Offer ends December 31st. Fix, a company you can trust.
Think climate, think change. Every second, every minute, every day, our world is changing.
Hey all, Scotty.P here, and this is what I have committed to do. I've committed to taking a reusable bag to the supermarket whenever I go shopping, thereby using less plastic, which, as you know, is very harmful to the environment. This is my answer to the question, climate change. What can I do? So, what are you doing?
Think climate, think change. A message from the Government Information Services and the Ministry of Sustainable Development.
Mango plus clothing plus sale equals what? Answer 50% off. Shop at Mango and save up to 50% off. Ladies casual tops were $30, now $15. Working tops, long and short sleeves, ladies jeans, working skirts, and more. Remember, it's all going at 50% off and more. For the men, plaid shorts were $45, now $22.50. Men's hoodies, 3/4 jeans, long skinny jeans, and plaid shirts were $35, now $17.50. It's all going down at Mango Sportswear on Miku Street, Castries. 50% off and more now until stocks last.
Blessed love, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. Definitely, as you know, we are here with you once more. The food of 7, naturally eradicating disease. Food, is not just the physical food, but also the spiritual food. The lines are open. 451-9349. Is that it? The lines are definitely open, so you could actually give us a call. Let us know exactly what is on your mind today. 451-9349 and 453-1730. definitely, give us a call. Let us know exactly what is going on with you, because enough different things are happening in the country. Our health, the health of our people is in a state. What are we doing about it? So let us know. 451-9349. Definitely do give us a call. Definitely what tomorrow is Monday, yeah? Tomorrow Monday at the foot of 7. The foot of 7 at Liberty, right? At Liberty, Foods, that's right on Jeremy Street. We'll be having some wonderful raw food. It's not, when I say when people like raw food, they feel like as if you eating a piece of raw something, Some people refer to it as sun cooked, or naturally, not cooked with, but cooked with love and affection. No heat really. We'd have some of these great foods, available for you tomorrow. So we're inviting you to actually come, tomorrow. That's Monday at Liberty, and the entire week, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, first for the next 12 days, right? We have. I'm hoping that next week Sunday he'll be on with us. We have a raw food expert from the United Kingdom. Simply Raw is his business. Next week Sunday, he'll be on with us live on television, explaining exactly what he does. But you are able now to actually come in and sample all his beautiful feasts and what he has to offer specifically, so you could let us know exactly how it is for you, because most people who have come so far, they are fascinated, because they would never believe that something that is not cooked tastes that way. So from tomorrow, that is Monday, definitely this would be available, so you could come and sample all these things. And also remember that Liberty, is we just opened for the past 2 months or so, and we are offering you a wide variety of fresh juices, herbal teas, complete feast, and the raw food chef has come in specifically to give us some assistance in the realms of uplifting our me and you. We call menu, me and you. So at least you could, have a larger variety of good things that taste good and nourishing to your physical structure. So you could, definitely come and give us a visit on Jeremy Street. You don't really have to make any appointment. Just make an appointment with yourself and just walk in. We are open from 7 a.m. until late, after 6. And sometimes, definitely, we are still there. And as of next week, we'll be open over the weekend also, so you could pass and get your vegan ice creams, your fruit bowls, your salad bowls, your apple pies, and your energy balls. I mean, there are some energy balls that makes you go more than the Energizer Bunny, keep on going and going and going. So definitely you would be invited. You could, we'll be offering the sample, so at least you could sample it and know exactly what it is, before, you actually eat it, and, you could give us your feedback, definitely. So, Liberty Foods on Jeremy Street, definitely you would be welcome to join us there from this coming Monday and experience the raw food. I know it's been 3 programs that we've not been on live, as definitely we've been traveling, but here today we are with you live. So the lines are open, 4519349. I'm getting some WhatsApp messages, but I mean 4519349. Call us, give us a call, let us know exactly what's happening with you. I know you're watching and I don't know what's happening. If give us a call, let us know exactly what is happening. Don't call and ask about headache and muscle ache and stomach ache we're talking specifically about the healthcare system, and we want to know, you know, exactly what is happening with our system. So you tell us, not leave it on Priest Kailash, you know, and trying to go through WhatsApp so no one would hear your voice. You know, so what you want to do? No, we have to bear responsibility. Remember 2006, we were #1 in the world with diabetes.
Hello,
and we came and we said, well, 2000, we're #1 in the world with diabetes. After 10 years. What's that? You have a call?
Hello, good night.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, good night, Kailash.
Yeah, bless. Could you speak up a bit louder, please?
Yeah, I know you said you're not going to take calls on any things like talking about medication and stuff.
Yeah.
But I have a little urgent call right now there. I have a little boy that's having seizures, and I would like to know what to do. Is to come and see you in the morning tomorrow, or
what's his age?
He's 5 years old.
5 years, and that's the first seizure?
No, he has been having that since 3.
Daily?
Yes, more or less. It's like it used to be a weekly or every 2 weeks to a month, but now it's a more daily thing.
Is he on any drugs now?
Yes, he's on some
psychoactive drugs.
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. You could bring the drug that he's on, and you could bring him tomorrow at about let's say about 11 o'clock.
11. You'll be there in 11.
That's on Jeremy Street. But what do you think about the healthcare system? Okay, look at your situation.
I don't think it's working. Seriously.
See, I mean, look at your situation. I'm sure that when your seizures started with your child, that it was maybe 1 or 2.
Yes.
And you went to hospital and then you given a drug. And how many you have now? You have more, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Increasing and increasing and increasing, costing me more money, and nothing has not changed. Basically, nothing has not changed. That's why I even think of stopping that.
All right. Well, I mean, we have something that will stop it.
Good.
You know, so I hope that after we give you the thing that will stop it, you are able to go to the doctor and say, Doc, you know, I used that to stop it.
No,
So-
I don't have to tell these guys that they need to come to you now. Because, to tell you the truth, once you stop it, you're better than them. That's how it stays. So if I have a vehicle and I take it for a garage and the person cannot tell me what's the problem, and then I take it to another garage and they can tell me what's the problem, that means whoever has a better garage means that's the person that knows what's going on. So everybody in St. Lucia will be going to you once that's the case, you know the right medication to the problem.
I mean, we could guarantee that it will stop, man. When you come tomorrow, we'll take care of it, right?
Good. No problem. I'll be there in the morning to see.
Yeah, love, man. Blessed.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your information.
Yes, we said that we're talking about the healthcare system. Okay? Right. So I want you to, you know, call and, you know, and not about headache and bellyache and stomachache. And people have problem. I'll be in office tomorrow from maybe 10 o'clock until, you know, afternoon. Probably. Right? So then you could come in and you could see us. Or give us a call, 722-3660, or WhatsApp 722-3660, and we'd organize with you. Right? But definitely, you know, give us a call. Let us know what are we supposed to do with our present healthcare system. You know, are we just going to accept it? Should I just pack my bags and fly to a different country? You have a call? I'm not really seeing the screen down at the bottom, so I don't know. Right? Am I supposed to pack my bags and say I give up? And, you know, maybe go to a different country where my services are needed? Because our people are not receptive. You know, as I was saying, you know, 2006 we were #1 in the world with diabetes. Right now we lost the title already, you know. So we're not #1 again. You know, things are a lot better. For sure. You know, and that's when we began the work.
Hello?
Yes, brother. Yes?
Prince Kailash, that's a lady, not a man.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, my sister. The audio is a kind of a way down here, you know. It's like you're talking to me from heaven. Go ahead.
Prince Kailash.
Yes.
to fix the problem you're talking about there, we have to stop ordering sugar. We have to stop ordering flour. We have to stop ordering alcohol. We have to stop ordering cigarettes. We have to stop ordering all the skimpy clothing that I notice around the place. So, Prince Kailash, which one you want to choose?
Which one? Whatever you say goes. You know, I mean, you've made some excellent points.
You see, because you said you may have to close down and leave St. Lucia and go somewhere else. It's not any better anywhere else. So, I think the main thing is we have to be able to discipline ourselves to eat properly.
And that solve the problem, eh?
To eat properly, yes. Eat properly and take care of ourselves. But you cannot just say you're going to pick up yourself and go. You go to the States and you get more food, greater variety, and a lot more around you.
When I say that I will pick up myself and go, that means that I am satisfied, you know. I am satisfied that I personally have contributed significantly to the population of St. Lucia, that I can feel free in myself now. And presently, I Priest Kailash, I can feel free to say, well, look, I have been on the television for the past 10 years in St. Lucia doing these programs, and I feel, yeah man, I have done a good amount of work for my people in St. Lucia, right? Then I could go someplace else, as I have been doing. I mean, we go everywhere in the world. You know, and trust you, sometimes the reception you get is far greater than what you get in your own country. You understand? So when I say that, is that the population, people like yourself, man, and your sisters and your brother and the uncles and everyone, you know, we have to just refuse to stand up for such mediocre health care. You know, I mean, why should we tolerate having to go to a stadium for over 8-9 years after hospital is burnt? You have a hospital, big modern hospital that can't even open. Why people tolerate? I don't know why people tolerate them type of things. I don't know.
Prince Kailash.
Yes, sister.
If we go out and demonstrate, let us assume we demonstrate, or we go contrary to what's going on right now. We try to fight it. Where you think we'll get the money from to be able to fix the stadium?
Well, I mean,
the main problem there is money.
You don't have to fix the stadium, you know. What we have to do is to go forward to what our ancestors taught us, right? Because the problem is not the stadium is leaking, you know. The problem is that you have hundreds of people rushing to hospital with conditions that before 20, 30, 40 years ago, they used to be able to take care at home, right? And plenty of the issues, they just needed to go to a health center that's right within the village. Some people go to the hospital with a bellyache, with a headache. The child have a fever, and the whole level of fear that has been created, and also the stigma attached to what our great grandmothers used to do. We have to go back to that. So when you demonstrate, it's not about holding a placard and saying, no, it's about now, you now as an individual, right, playing your role into taking that responsibility for your health and the health of your child. So then your dependency upon that system would be different, right? Then you could tell then the politicians and all these people, hey, you know, you don't have to go and up and down and protest. While we protest, the little bit that we know, we do it. And not only for ourselves, but also for the people that we love. That's the best way to protest.
Okay, Prince Kailash.
Yes, my sister.
What I've realized is this. A lot of what the older persons taught us, or should I say what we learned from the older persons, we have not passed it on. And with new technology, we have just put it aside. But you have come on, and you sit there, and you are educating the nation. You should not feel hopeless, because you may think that you're not penetrating, but you are. So even if you don't have 1,000 people coming to you a day, there are people who are learning from you and who are starting new lives, eating better, taking care of themselves. So don't think that you talk every day, talk, and nobody is taking you on.
Give thanks. Maybe one of these days you should bring me a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, Prince Kailash, you would have to pay $1,000 for that one.
I have to pay for it.
Have a good day.
Love,
Good
my
night.
sister. Thank you for calling. Yes, Catherine's caller, blessed. You've been holding on for a while.
Good night, Honorable.
Blessed love, my sister, blessed.
I just want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
What can I do? What can I do for gallstone instead of a surgery?
All right, okay. You could lower down the audio of your TV. The TV is too loud.
Okay.
Okay, give thanks. You see, that's a $5,000 question, right? Because you'd pay $5,000 for the surgery, right? And I can give you a simple thing that you could use, right? That will guarantee that the gallstone actually come out, right? There was a sister, I met her. She called me. She said, "But Priest Kailash, my mother have gallstones," right? And I know that she'll be listening because up to a day like today, I asked her, send me the video of the gallstones that came out and send me an audio testimony of your mother, her process. She's not sent it, right? When ordinarily she'd have to pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to go and take out a piece of her, right? Anyway, but I won't make use of her because of her. All right, so you could use sour orange and extra virgin olive oil. It's very effective.
Pardon?
Sour orange and extra virgin olive oil. You squeeze about 3 sour orange in a glass. You add about half cup of extra virgin olive oil. You stir it up nice, and you drink it just before bed.
And 2 teaspoons.
And you rest on your right hand
2
side.
tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
No, I said cup. A half a cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Yes, and how much? Half a cup of olive virgin oil.
Yeah,
and three
sour orange.
Sour oranges.
Yeah, and you stir it nice, and you drink it just.
For how long must I take that?
You drink it just before you go to bed, and then you rest on the right hand side, and you repeat it for 5 consecutive nights. But you must also drink some cassia lata, right? Very good to cleanse out the liver.
Cassia lata.
14 leaves to a liter of hot water, allow it to cool. Drink it every day for 7 days. And stop eating chicken and pork and beef and eggs and all them things there for the next 21 days. Okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you also, sister. Alright, you see, we said no calls about disease. See, people still also when they call about disease. They're talking about the healthcare of our people. Give thanks for the sister who called before. You know, you sounded very intelligent. Give thanks for that call there. Healthcare on St. Lucia is a joke. Well, I'm not laughing. We need to start demonstrating and take our health on a more serious note. I am from Timon, and you can read it out loud. And please don't leave us to die. Honorable, we are slow to learn the right things. We have been brain scrubbed or washed, she said. But I think we've been brain scrubbed. Yeah, boy, don't watch. Give me a second there. For so long that is taking us a long time to do the right thing. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you have a personal contact number? You should put it on the screen, because I wanted a personal contact.
Oh, okay. 722-3660. You could WhatsApp that.
Yep.
722-3660. But what do you think about our healthcare system, my brother? What's going on? Are we happy that when our politicians are sick, they can fly overseas, and then when our people sick, they have to go to them same hospitals? You hearing me? My brother. I don't think my brother is inside me. But he's still on the line. Okay, alright, he's gone. He's gone. Alright. Yes, caller.
Good evening, Prince Kailash.
Blessed love, my sister. How are you doing tonight?
I am good. How about you?
Oh, I am blessed. Give thanks. Give thanks for life.
Very interesting topic this evening. Very, very interesting. In fact, I listened to the previous caller, the one towards the latter part of her statement. She made a statement which I was trying to call to get to say. You have been doing a tremendous job in St. Lucia. And I don't think you should ever feel that you are not reaching the St. Lucian populace. As a matter of fact, you are. What I need you to understand, though, is that when we were growing up, our parents depended very heavily on bush medicine. But what happened somewhere along the line, they felt it was more economically, I think, it was more economical to get it from the health centers and from the doctors. And so they moved away from what we grew up on. And they introduced us to conventional medicine. That's what you want to call it. That's what you call it. But now we are realizing that we need to go back to our roots because they are failing us. The conventional medicine is failing us, and we can see it at the hospitals. The results are there. But you see, there is the coming back. It's slow, but it's coming back, and it's sure. And we need you to continue to do what you're doing. You are doing a fantastic job. And you need to do not feel that you are not reaching the populace. As a matter of fact, you are. And I think you should continue what you're doing because we have realized that conventionally, that if I'm correct, if I'm using the correct word, it's failing us. And it's failing us tremendously. And so I think you have a niche market, but it will grow because our eyes are beginning to open, Prince Kailash. Don't give up. I make it my business every Sunday afternoon to listen to you.
Give thanks for the love.
And quite a number of persons I know are doing so. Continue doing what you're doing. Very soon you may overtake the hospital. We may not even need a hospital in
St. Lucia.
Not in St. Lucia. What you may need to do is to expand whatever you're doing at Mark.
Oh yes, yes. I'm definitely working towards. But give thanks for the love, my sister. And
but you're doing a great job and continue to do what you're doing.
Give thanks for the love.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
And have a good evening.
I will give thanks.
Maybe you will get the flowers that you asked for a while ago this week.
Oh, give thanks for that divine love.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Give thanks, love. Yes.
Okay.
But I do give thanks, and I do understand that that yes, we are reaching the people, and I give thanks for the people who have supported us tremendously for the decade of our work in St. Lucia, because it's just over a decade, because I began in 2006, and from then to now things are a lot better, Yes, Ancestral, blessed.
Yes.
Yes, my brother.
Good evening.
Yes, beloved, blessed.
You asked to call about our current health system.
Yes.
But we are used to it. But tonight my primary concern is your condition. Because since you began the program,
I've been coughing.
I noticed you have this coughing and this thing going on. And you are even more important to us because of the current condition of our health system.
Yes.
So what I think we need to know is that this condition of yours will be gone by tomorrow.
It will be gone.
Okay, well, that's a very good assurance. Very good. That's what I wanted to know. Because the health system, it is what it is. We are used to it. But I've been trying to get through because from the time I heard you begin the program,
this
condition, I was worried about it. But now, if this will be done, well, thank you very much. I am relieved. As for the health condition, well, that's the way it is.
Give thanks, beloved.
Give thanks.
Love, yes. I have been. I've had a very for the past two strongs. I've been touring. 7-hour flights and 7-hour flight, and on plane a lot and land and lecture here, lecture there, and the AC and whole heap of different things. So definitely it did take a little toll on my goodie, but definitely everything is working out fantastically, you know. And I didn't want to miss my people again this Sunday, as I have not been live with you for 3 Sundays, I think. Yeah, so I said, well, yeah, I was overseas thing. I'm here this Sunday, so at least even if I'm coughing or have one little cough and thing, I'm human. You know, it will get better. And I do give thanks for that divine love and that care and that affection, you know, and everything will definitely work out as, you know, we are investing that energy in ourselves to rectify that. You know, and remember that the labor is a labor of love, you know, and it's not that, you know, we will ever give up, you know. It's something that we were, you know, called and chosen to do. It's not something that I do on my own. So it's not up to me to run, you know, but I need you, you know. I need you. I need all of you, you know, to stand up and assist in the fight, you know, because it hurts me to see 21-year-olds with breast cancer that have actually spread throughout the body. It hurts me to see elders, you know, with all type of cancers and tumors bursting on woman's breast, man. It hurts me. You know, I don't like to see it. You know, and pardon me. When I see these things there, you know, I want to do better. I want to fix it. I want to see what I can do, you know, to assist my people, because it's my people. You know, and because I understand the science, I feel the pain. You know, and sometimes when a woman comes to you and they say that they've just taken off their womb, or, you know, the man cut off the prostate and cut off the breast, and then they still die with cancer, brethren, that does hurt me. I'm just being honest with you, you know. It does hurt me, it does pain my heart to see the suffering of my people. And what pains me the most is the fact that the majority of the things that my people suffer from is things that could be reversed, that can be healed, that can be taken care of. The number of legs and toes that are thrown in rubbish bins because of diabetes. These things could have been taken care of, you know, and that pains me, you know. Why? Because, you know, I know that better can be done. You know, so I need you. You know, I need you, you know, to work with us, you know, to rally and to do the little that you could do to actually save a life tomorrow, because that's it. We're saving lives. You know, and every single life is important. You know, no matter what the age, no matter what the sex, no matter what the race, the complexion, no matter what it is, life is important. From the life of the dog to the life of the pig, the pussycat, you know, all lives are important, you know. So when we tell you eat healthy, we are also saving the lives of the cow, you know, because you won't be eating as much cow. Yes, me good caller, blessed, final call.
Yeah, Priest Kailash, I'm there watching you over the television.
Oh, give thanks for the divine love, Honorable.
Yeah, and I would like to ask you a question, please.
Go ahead.
When I wake up, my body does this. What solution must I take for that, please? I beg you. If I don't have to come to see you.
What's your age?
I'm 52.
Come and see us.
Well, the working is not good, so I think I have to make somebody get me to see you in Zifot or in Gash.
Well, if it is that you cannot move too good, what you could do, you could call the number 7223660 or WhatsApp it. Right, and we could see whether when we coming down south, maybe we'll be down the south region, maybe on Thursday this week, Tuesday or Thursday. So WhatsApp our number, so maybe we could stop by and have a visit with you.
What is the number?
7223660.
3660. Okay, bless up.
Yes, Honorable. Give thanks for life and a mighty life giver.
Yes.
Blessed love. Yes, I mean, the time is up. You know, no more calls. I mean, I give thanks for the love and the kindness, you know, that I've received. And remember, you know, that let's just try to save our people, man. Let's just try to see how we could guarantee a future for our children. You know, our ultimate objective is to have a healthcare system that is run free of charge. You understand? But the only way we can do that is to at least, you know, have that sincere love and affection for one another. That love and affection for self. You understand? So, you see, I love the I. You know, I love the I and the I and the I. And the I them, I love the I and them. That's why I am here. Okay? That's why I do what I do. And, you know, I give thanks for Calabash Television even for hosting us. Because there was a point in time when I used to pay $8,000 a month just to, you know, come and tell people eat well. You know, and it came down to $4,000 and it came down to $2,000, you know. And now it's been hosted by Calabash Television, you know. So give thanks for, you know, the management and staff of this, you know, television station that, you know, that brings forward, you know, such news to you all the time, you know. And, you know, sometimes it's important to show your gratitude to these people also. Whatever way that you could support them and whatever way, because, you know, it's one thing to say, oh, it's good and it's a blessing, but it's even better when you demonstrate that love, because love is an action word. It's a doing word, you know, it's not a verb. It's not a noun, it's a verb. It's action, you know. That's why I say I love the I, because I love I. You know, if I love myself, I could love my reflection, because you my reflection, you know. So give thanks reflection for the love, right? Whether you're man or woman, you still my reflection. You know, young or old, you still my reflection. So give thanks for the love reflection, and may, you know, our reflection of one another, you know, be one of perfect love and harmony, you know, that we as a nation, we could prosper, we could, you know, grow and stop being sick and diseased, you know, stroke and diabetes and murder and rape and violence. May the Almighty put his hands, you know, and touch our hearts. And bless us with this divine love of self, that we might be able to see God in ourselves. And in the same tone, see God in others, so we could begin to deal with each other in a godly manner. May the Almighty God bless and keep you and make his holy face shine upon your holy face. And know that God has no partial, and he even sends rain on the house of the murderers. That's how great the love that he has. Remember Liberty Restaurant, Liberty Foods on Jeremy Street. I'll be there tomorrow for consultations. You could pass and support us. Also pass by, support our food. Remember, we have our raw food chef from Simply Raw, Brother Pete. He'll be there for the whole week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But don't wait until so late, man. Because when you get it on Monday, you'd want to come on Tuesday, and you know. So what sense you get it for one day when you would get it for the whole remainder of his time with us, right? And Sunday coming, he'll definitely be our resource person with us here on our program. So you'll be able to ask questions after you've come to sample his delicacies, you know. So support us by supporting us, right? Love and prosperity. God is love. Let us all love. Blessed love.